Can you tell us about Out of Blue?
So Out of Blue is a neo-noir, and it stars Patricia Clarkson as a homicide detective, Mike Houlihan, investigating the murder of a female astrophysicist. And I'd call the film a metaphysical noir. It starts off like a crime mystery, a procedural almost, but it goes in a completely different direction. Patricia Clarkson as Mike Houlihan is in every scene, which is a great thing. And we have Toby Jones, we have Jackie Weaver, we have James Caan from The Godfather. So there's a great supporting cast, and I think it is a true mystery, and it looks at the mystery of lives, but ultimately becomes the mystery of Patricia Clarkson's character Mike.
Talking about the cast, how was to work with such great talents?
Well, you just feel like you've died and gone to heaven. That's what it is, because you are not having, it's a wonderful experience. And when you get a great cast that have been in many films, you just learn so much from them. And I think filmmaking is always as a filmmaker, you learn every time. You never ever are finished learning. And so when you get a very talented, very experienced cast, you learn so much from them. But they don't tell you what to do, but you learn from them.
Any particular highlights that you want to share with us about the production?
Well, there's a funny thing that happened on production, because the cat in the film was stolen. But we got the cat back, but the cat was stolen. It was not harmed in the making of the film or while it was stolen, but the cat was stolen. So that was difficult. New Orleans opened itself up to us. It was the best place ever, which is where the film is set. And it was a beautiful place. There was a great local crew and people that made films. So I will have the fondest memories of New Orleans.
You work a lot on documentaries. What movie inspired you to this kind of different genre?
Oh, well, I don't think of genre. I just think that here is the story I want to tell. How should I tell it? Sometimes it's good as a documentary, sometimes as a fiction, sometimes as both. But I never impose that on it.
Anything else that you can tell us what is next?
Oh yeah, the next one we're making is called Typist, Artist, Pirate, King, and it will be a radical biopic of Audrey Amos, who died a few years ago and left this massive archive of paintings. She was diagnosed in the 50s with schizophrenia, and I'm going to tell her story and make her known to the world, because she was a brilliant artist. Luke Rogue, with Kyra Cannon, had produced The Falling. His dad is Nicholas Rogue, and Nicholas Rogue had tried to make the book. He'd wanted to make the book like when it came out in the 90s. And so Luke sort of gave me the book and said, my dad's over making it, and he gave me the book. I read it. I really resonated with the themes, the astrophysicist, the female cop, and then essentially this idea of trying to figure out who people are, which I think the film does on every level. So I think that's what attracted me to the book, and then you radically adapt it. Oh yeah. And also being the writer-director, you can really do that, because from the very beginning you're instilling and seeding in your preoccupations. So it's not just like being given a script or that's an adaptation of the book and having to work from there. So it's very, very exciting. There is, and I always say about an audience completes a film. An audience doesn't a film doesn't exist until it meets the people, and I love the idea that there's probably multi ways to read the film, and that to me is exciting. I think audiences and people are very intelligent, and I think they love to bring themselves into a film, so it's very exciting.